It's been bittersweet. Um, I appreciated all of the kind words that people have had, and certainly a lot of good memories have been brought back in the last month. But, also reality starts to set in that, you're leaving some good friends and some good memories and some great relationships. So, the last month has certainly been one of reflection, and that's been a good thing and also a hard thing. Oh gosh, there's been so many because we were new in what we started. So, I go back to our first homecoming, our first game, the first time we beat a top 25 team, which was softball. Um, but I think it would be if there was one defining moment, it would have been the games against OBU when we had the sold out crowd. I think during my time here, that was the only time I got emotional. In fact, I went in the locker room after the game, and I was pretty teary-eyed because it was just a validation of what we had worked so hard to build here. I think uh, the number one accomplishment would just be that we built a really strong program. We built it the right way. We've got good kids with good character. They're taking care of business academically. We have some in med school, some in law school, and so I think that those are probably the accomplishments I'd be the most proud of. As far as win-loss record, the fact that we've won almost 70% of our games since we started is something that's really impressive, and I've taken enjoyment and pride in that. But I think more than anything, just the quality of people that we've brought to campus, the diversity that we've brought to campus has been accomplishments that I think I'm very proud of. Oh gosh, I think it's the people. I think anytime that you work with good quality people and you have to leave them, you miss them. And so, my administrative staff, the head coaches, the people in town, this community's been so great. Our administration here has been good to work with. I think those are the things that you miss the most. I'm going to always, as long as I work in athletics, I'm going to be around, games and different sports and that kind of stuff. So, I know that will be replaced, but you never replace the people, and I will dearly miss a lot of our great friends here in Claremore. Dedicated, loyal. I think I've built a staff that has great loyalty to red and blue and to the institution, and that's not easy to do because none of them graduated from here. And so, but I think that we got people that got on board at the right time and understood the vision, understood where we wanted to go with this department, understood where this institution was headed, and really has bought into that and has bought into doing the best that they can, do to see that we realize those dreams. And so, I think dedicated and loyal would be the two words that come to the top of my mind when describing my staff. Who's the funniest? I'd say I would probably say that there's a lot of them that are really comical. Dicus probably wins if you take a vote. I like to have fun. I think my staff would tell you that I probably have as different of a management style as you could possibly have. When I was, my wife and I were doing a P90X workout routine, which had a kickboxing component to it. And so they got to see me display my kickboxing abilities. And, we've had a lot of good times over the last few years. And so, they all like to have fun. They all have their different character traits. But if you put Dicus on the stage, he will entertain most definitely. I think early on it was getting people to understand the true value of athletics, and that I think when you don't have athletics, some people see it as a threat when you're introducing it, and in reality, a good athletics program does two or three things. It advances the mission and integrity of the institution, and it enhances the student experience, not just the student athlete experience, the general student experience. And I think, when we were first starting, getting people to understand that, support that, and get behind that was not easy. But once they got to meet our student athletes, they got to see our teams compete, that kind of helped itself. But early on, we spent a lot of time trying to educate people that we're all on the same team. Gosh, it's really tough in this business to project out 10 years from now. I hope that I'm involved in a very highly successful, highly competitive athletic program somewhere. Where that is and what level that is, I think God has a lot to do to determine that. Luck to some degree probably. I think that ultimately, being in the Oklahoma, Texas area is ideal for my wife and I because we have a lot of family there. But, Missouri's not that far away, and I could be at Northwest and would be very happy to be there. I think as long as I am a good husband and father, I'll be happy with where I am professionally 10 years from now. I think we've been a benefit to the community because we've given RSU a presence. And when I got here, so many people did not know about the good things happening at RSU. In fact, I couldn't tell you the number of lifelong Claremore community members and business leaders that I've had up on campus to host for lunch or a tour that say, I can't believe this place, that had no reason to come on the hill. I mean, they just drove by it, said, oh, they seem to be doing good, and kept going. And so, I think athletics has put us in the forefront of the community. I think that's given us a way to build a lot of relationships. That's helped with fundraising, that's helped with support, and I'm very proud of that. You'll hear a lot of times athletic directors and coaches talk about athletics being the front porch of your house. It's a place where everybody gathers, drinks sweet tea and talks and visits. And when you go to our athletic events, you see that a lot of times. There's people that, I don't know how big of fans they are. They may not even know the score at any point in the game. It's more of a social event. And I think RSU needed that, and I think athletics has been one part of it. Band, music, theater, those things have all helped that as well, but I think we've been a big part of it. Well, I think the sky's the limits for this program, and I think that we have young people that are worth supporting, and I hope that the fans will always support them. I think that we're in a great location. We've got a great campus community, and the sky's the limit for this institution and also this athletic program. So if people aren't on board, I hope they get on board because it's a bandwagon that's going to be full really quick.